Welcome back to Press Conference. Today we have an extra special guest joining us to talk all things All Stars 10, Episode 7, Minnie Cooper. You know her, you love her. She's basically on rotation with us at this point because we love her so much. Before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to our National Press Tier members, Starlight, Willow, and Cam. Thank you for supporting our channel. And if you want to be shouted out at the beginning of our episodes, be sure to check out our YouTube channel description for more information on how you can support our channel. Thank you for liking and subscribing to our channel, and be sure to comment whether it's positive or negative your thoughts on this episode. We love reading the comments. And be sure to stream our podcast theme song, Press Conference by Amanda, starting now.
So welcome back to Press Conference, guys. Our guest today has been on the show so many times, and we enjoy, every time. It's always so much fun. She is the iconic, super duper Minnie Cooper from season 2 of Drag Race Down Under. Please, yay, Minnie, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me. Feels like a lifetime ago since I've done that show.
I know. When you were here the first, last time, Global hadn't even started. It was like,
yeah, wow.
They hadn't even announced it. So
wasn't that a shit show?
Oh my gosh. It's like I get it happen sometimes.
I know. I have to say I'm really loving All Stars this season.
Yeah.
So far I've loved it so far.
So
how am I doing? I'm actually doing really great. I've recovered from all my drag race trauma. Pamara and I are now friends.
Oh, that's an update. Congratulations.
I know. Who would have ever thought? So it's quite funny with our cast. Oh, Sean, can I say this? I said all the people that used to fight have become friends, and all the people that are friends are no longer friends.
Oh.
That's a tea.
Oh, yes. We love it.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I'm so glad you got to reconnect.
Yeah, I know. Who'd have thought? Well, I've done a lot of self-growth. You can improve yourself somehow out of this experience.
So, Minnie, now you say you're out of you've got over the drag race trauma. Would you be willing to go back again now?
Well, isn't that funny? That's a funny question. They've just got to ask you, and it's also that question until they ask, how would I feel? Because I sort of have a bit of trepidation because I don't want to go back and have the same experience because I didn't enjoy it the first time. So I just get scared. Will it be the same sort of experience? But Hannah said the UK was very different to the way it was produced. So I think it depends on how the show's produced as well.
So if UK versus the world or even Global season 2, would you do it? Global, would you do it?
Yeah, that's funny. Global's a funny one because I've just seeing all the rhetoric online, how people and I get why, they were all supportive of their countries, but it also was very toxic as well. I found it one of the most toxic online seasons ever. I was like, oh, this is next level. And it's the trolling. It's not doing the show that's hard. It's dealing with the aftermath of being on the show. That's the hard part.
That's very true.
It's the trolls. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But I've learned to deal with it. They can have their perspective, but I can have mine.
Exactly.
So have you been watching All Stars 10? Are you enjoying it? You said you did.
Yeah. Yeah, I started watching it because you said I was going to be on the podcast. Because I'm going to be honest, I've stopped watching Drag Race because I sort of wanted to focus more on, because what happens when you go on Drag Race, you get caught into this thing. Oh, they're ever going to ask me back?
Yeah,
and then you don't focus on your actually real life. For me personally, so I've sort of not really been focusing on that show very much. So I've been focusing on what I do for a living, do drag. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
What something I've realised, especially with younger generations, when I grew up in drag, we all focused on wanting to be a star in our own town and working on the craft. Where I find younger drag queens want to be on Drag Race, but they don't focus on the actual craft of what it takes to do drag with their local people, because they don't see them as
That's true.
superstars. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
That
that
makes
sense.
so much sense.
Yeah, so as
Good.
much as Drag Race has lots of positives, I think it's had an effect. I can only speak on Sydney drag. It's had a real effect on our community and our drag.
Wow. No, that makes sense though, because now we see a lot of queens. I mean, I'm not a drag queen, but a lot of queens become drag queens to be on the show rather than because of their
Yeah.
love for the, so.
And also, and I don't find Drag Race is an entity of its own. And like, I was explaining this the other day. There's nowhere in drag, if you were doing it professionally, would you be given a script on the day and have to perform it and do your best work. That's just not. That's just not realistic. That's not how any creative process works. And this is why I loved Irene on the show. I think she's got unless you've got really strong skill set, you work well under pressure. But if you don't have that skill set, you can't do it quickly. Do you know what I mean? And
That's
Irene, I think she was incredible. Like, she just proved to me what a great actress she was, what a great performer she was. And she wasn't just good, she was amazing.
Yeah. That was a really great redemption.
Absolutely.
Oh, totally. And that just proves you can just have one bad day. It doesn't mean you're not talented.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you could just do Ellen for Snatch Game and then.
No! I stand by it. So fun.
So you binged bracket 1 and 2. Could you tell me, like, which one did you like better?
I think I liked the first one better because I loved Irene, but I did love the drama of bracket 2, and the whole just Mistress not giving her point. I'm going to say Sasha. It's not Sasha. Kerry.
Oh, Kerry.
Didn't give the point to Kerry. I thought, ooh.
That was intense. It was so good. So with the bracket 3, I want to, like, before we get into like the actual episode, I want to ask you: have you worked with any of the girls, or have you met any of the girls?
I know Cynthia just through messaging through. She's so lovely. Like, she'll always write a comment or she's just so supportive to everyone. Yeah. I couldn't believe her and Mistress have had a fight. When I heard that somewhere, I was like,
George's.
Was it George's?
It was George's.
Someone said they had a fight. How do you have a fight with Cynthia?
I know that's just so. That's a little.
Me. She doesn't fight with anyone.
Exactly.
Who else do I know? I've met Alyssa Hunter briefly. She's so lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do I know? I think that's all I knew on that lot. I'm trying to think. I'm going through the list.
What about Ginger?
No, I've never met Ginger before.
Oh, wow.
I've been in the same room with her, but never met her.
Because I would think like you guys would have probably worked together when she was in Sydney or something. But
no. I've never met her. I can't believe she's on again. What do you think about her being on again?
I know. Okay. I don't think like I don't think I would have liked to see her again. Like, I wasn't expecting her. But when you see her on the episode, like, you can see why. Like, she's just so funny.
Yeah,
right?
That's a good point, isn't it? But just like, yeah, I agree. She's very, very good. But there must be other people that are good, are there? Or there are not many that are good.
I know. That's, like, I agree. Like, it's like, I like when Jujubee came again, there was a backlash. But Jujubee is so like, it's like different. I don't know how to explain it, but like Jujubee coming back, like I would see Jujubee again and I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? But I think, it's weird. I can't put my finger on it. But Jujubee just has, it's almost like iconic that she keeps coming back.
Yeah.
It's like a running gag. So I sort of, I know that's weird, but I see it differently. If she was back again, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
No.
So,
and she is so funny.
She is. And so you don't like that Ginger's back? Is that?
Well, we'll get into that because I have an opinion on that when it gets to the who won the challenge.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll get into that.
So let's get into the entrances then. Right now, we're gonna go quickly with the entrances, and then we're gonna look at the actual challenge. So, and Minnie, you know the drill: 8, regurgitate,
Oh, yeah.
poop and boot. Yeah. So, starting with Denali, Minnie, we're gonna start with you, then me, and then Amanda. So,
Okay, great.
what did
Love
you
that
think?
for us. 8, definitely. I thought she looked fabulous. She's definitely had it. Oh, actually, she was really great on her first season in her look. So she didn't really need a glow up, but
Yeah.
she looks incredible. She looks amazing. 8. Choo, choo, choo.
And then, I also I agree. I think this looks like an elevated version. I'm not elevated, but like another version of her entrance look.
Yeah.
I might prefer the entrance look a little bit more because the ice skates just adds a little, extra. Because remember, she wore the ice skates in that.
Yes.
But I get why she would wear shoes this time because she doesn't know. They might make her lip sync again. So
Imagine having to lip sync in those boots. That would be pretty difficult.
and
The
literally
trauma of season 13 for sure.
Totally. And I love the blunt fringe and the way the wig is cut as well on her. It's really flattering on her face.
So yeah, I'll give it an 8. I think it's an 8. Amanda,
Yeah,
what
it's
do you think?
definitely an 8.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8 as well. I think the boots did have some ice skates on the bottom, but there were 2
Oh, really?
rows this time
Yeah.
instead of just one. So they were a lot more stable, and I don't blame her because
Oh,
I
okay.
think if I were on her original season, I would make sure everything was able to lip sync in no matter the situation.
It's true.
Well, you learn a lesson, don't you? That the first time you go into Drag Race, you learn all these little lessons. I won't do that again.
Also, it's kind of not her fault because they made them lip sync as soon as they got there. Remember, they did like 2 queens.
Yeah, they did.
So
That's right.
she would not have known. She probably thought it was going to be a photo shoot.
How long ago was she on? It's been a
season
while.
13, so that was 2020, I think.
Oh, okay, so not that long ago.
Yeah.
But she looks great, and I like her personality as well. I really like her a lot.
Yeah, and Confessional, she looks great.
Oh, really good, and she looks like she's been working out.
Yeah,
Still not as hot. Still not as hot as Alyssa Hunter, but she looks pretty hot.
Oh. Next up, we have our dear Cuckoo. Minnie, what do you think?
Oh, I love it. I think she's just so camp. It represents her. Love the collar. There's nothing about her I don't love. She 8. Definitely 8.
I love Cuckoo. Let me start by saying that. I think, and I've said it before because I remember when we did the entrance look, I said that anything she does is going to be an 8, even though, I don't care. Like, it's going to be an 8.
That's so true, isn't it?
I'm still going to give her an 8, but I do think this look is a little, like, too much.
It almost looks a little bit like a blood clot, doesn't it? Almost.
Yeah.
Wearing all red is a brave choice. It's a brave choice.
And plus, like, the stage is so different now. It makes her look. You lose the details. I think she could have just done like a simple, beautiful red gown with like the what's it called, cards all over. Maybe.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a little too much, but it's Cuckoo, so I'll give it an 8. I said that in the first episode. So
That's so funny. It's funny how we get biased, isn't it? It's so true, though.
Yeah, I'll give it a nibble just because, I still, of course, I'm also on the same trend. I love Miss Cuckoo. I think it's tough because it's like, it's grand, but then there's only a few cards. I think maybe some tweaks, like Mira said, like a simpler gown, but then maybe go bigger on the cards. I think that could be cool. But I love the face. I love the wig. I feel like she looks like the Queen of Hearts on the cards. So she's still beautiful.
And as I said, it's very hard to wear all red if you like. It's really difficult. It's a real tricky color to wear because you look like
Next up, we have Ginger Minj, Minnie. Why?
They picked such a the picture is so mean. Why did they do that?
but it sort of matches her personality as well because she's a bit kookaloo too. I actually, it's much better than when she came in as that toad.
Yeah, that was.
And did you think, speaking of her toad look, one of Mistress's looked like a better version of the toad? It did, didn't it?
Yes.
Am I right in saying that?
The cactus one. Yeah. It was.
Yeah, yes. I was like, oh, she's taking inspiration from the toad. So, but I think she looks absolutely fabulous. I thought this is one of the best I've ever seen Ginger look. Actually, I think she looked great.
Yeah.
Eight.
Eight. I agree. I think she looks fabulous, and also sometimes I'm not a big fan of how she, like the length of her dresses, because it makes her look because she's short, so it makes her look even
Yeah.
shorter. So that I think a little bit could have been, but she doesn't look as like it doesn't look as bad as like it did in All Star 6, because All Star 6 she just looked this tiny. So
Okay.
yeah, this 8 for me too. What about you, Amanda?
I think I have to give it again a nibble. I think this picture.
Wow.
Listen, this picture is not doing any favors right now. Like I don't know why they chose to like. We pull these from, I believe, World of Wonders, like Wow Presents
Yeah.
Plus accounts. I'm like, why would they do this to her? It like makes her look shorter than she is, but I think that the color looks good on her, and I feel like it did red in a way that was a little less overwhelming than the previous look we just saw. I think that it's just grappling me as like a short girly, just seeing the skirt go below the knee for someone of a similar height to me, because I just know how that can like kill a look depending on the angle that it's shot from. I do think this is one of the better looks I've seen of Ginger, and it makes me like more hopeful for this season's runways. Like maybe she's gonna surprise us, you know?
And it's beautifully the garment is beautifully made. Whoever made it, it's very well tailored. Like it's beautiful.
Yeah. Now we have Acid Betty. Minnie, what do you think?
Love that she's back. She's someone I never ever thought they'd have back, because she's almost seems like a bit problematic.
Oh.
Well, do you know what I mean? Was she problematic on her season originally? She was quite polarizing from memory.
Yeah, that's true. She was mean.
Yeah, she's mean. But it's interesting to see her come back. She looks like her meanness obviously comes from her insecurity, because you can actually see in her confessionals now her insecurity. She's showing a lot more of her real self, and I think that's being older as well, and which I'm really drawn to. I'm very excited she's back, and I think she looks fabulous.
Yeah.
I love everything she does. Like it's true drag to me, like a true drag artist. Very unique, very personal, very her. You can any look you look at, you go, yeah, that's Acid Betty. It's like really great.
I agree.
She knows who she is. 8.
Is this an 8? 8. Yeah, I mean, I agree with Minnie. I've been waiting for Acid to come back, because in her original season she was mean, but I would always laugh because of just how nasty sometimes she would get. So I've been like waiting to see Acid back, and I'm glad that she's back. I would have loved to see her like in a full season where she can be how she is, like just be mean and stuff. Because 3 episodes might not be enough.
I don't think she's going to be. There's something about her, just from her confessional, so I don't think she's going to be mean.
She's winking way too much to be in her mean era anymore, you know?
That's
true.
But if it was like a longer season, that has a way of seeping in.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's very true. It's so true.
I was hoping, but but I'd give her an 8. I think she's one of the coolest like drag artists.
Yes,
I think
agreed.
Just every look. In her original season, she was top every episode except the one she got eliminated in. So she's great at Drag Race too. So
yeah,
I'm excited. What do you think, Amanda?
I have been waiting for this day for so long. I'm so happy she's back. Like I love her take on drag, because it's just so unique, and I feel like for some reason, like I always love the queens that have a little bit of a different perspective and like have more color and like uniqueness to it. Like Lucky Stars, for example. And I love that Acid is able to do that and like be one of the few queens that roulettes kind of go far. Because I feel like we'll make them so fast and always makes me so sad. So like this is someone that I can like get to see that type of drag and see it go far, and hopefully see it go far this season as well. So I'm really happy.
Was she like one of the first alternative queens we really had on the show as well, wasn't she? Really?
I think so. I think
Yeah,
no.
like that was really super out of. Raja was a little bit as well, actually, at the time.
Raja
To be
was
honest.
more club kid, and like Acid was more, I guess, cosplay in a way. Like
Yeah.
no, like like in a good way, where she would take
Yeah.
characters and anime, and like I think so, or maybe Fifi. Fifi also did that, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But Fifi did that more in All Stars, though, didn't she?
That's true. She did that.
Yeah. But it's still like she's very iconic, Daya Betty. Like she's one of the few that I remember from that era, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I give this an 8. Oh, sorry. I give this an 8, but I the stage is once again like kind of ruining looks because like that black up perimeter with the fur probably looks really cool, but the stage is once again, because it's so dark, swallowing it.
Yeah, it's true because it just looks like it. Is that fur? Is it?
I think it is.
Wow.
It's either a fur or a puff, but it's a cool texture, and
you can't see any
it
of it.
just kind of looks like a robe because of the way the
it
stage
does.
is.
Yeah, agreed.
I hate this new stage.
They need to go back to a different stage, and they need to hire some like Broadway West End lighting people and get a hold of this lighting.
Yeah,
it's
true.
too distracting.
Mm.
Next, we have Alyssa Hunter. Minnie, what do you think?
Looks hot. She's gorgeous. Love it. And I love it's edgy. Like, it's fabulous. What about saying nut on the back? Does that say nut on the back? I think she's and the most beautiful face for drag. Like, just stunning. So beautiful. 8. They all look fabulous.
So yeah, I agree. I think she looks really, really great. I love the at first I thought it was like a spider situation, like the strands of like the cloth. I think she looks hot. So yeah, it's an 8 for me. I'm gonna say it now because it's got let me get it out of the way. I don't like how she keeps saying trade every second. Like, girl, we get it. We get it. Also, like, you're gay, you're not trade. Like, oh my god, it's just so.
We've lost the meaning.
I know. And it's like every second she's like, hi guys, I'm trade. I'm like, girl, shut up. And I love Alyssa so much, but it's like, oh my god, and the shirt saying trade. Oh my god, I'm already tired.
I know T-R-A. Yeah, we know how to spell trade.
Oh my god. I'm already tired.
That's so funny. I'm gonna start counting now every time she says it.
If you drink every time she says trade, you will literally pass out at the end of the episode.
Yeah,
they will have to take you out in the ambulance.
Yeah, it needs to be a drinking game, doesn't it? How many times Alyssa says trade? That's so funny. I have to say, I think she is probably one of the most handsome people that has ever been on Drag Race.
I agree with that.
Just even in the flesh, even more beautiful. Like, just remember seeing him at Hamburger Mary, was that? No, Showgirls. And I was like, oh my god, he's just so handsome, like beautiful.
I want to meet Alyssa one day.
It's really nice.
I remember throwbacks to the people who watch Bring Back My Girls. We're icons of that show. Oh my god, all 3 of us. Just kidding, just you and Nero. But I remember, for Bring Back My Girls season 15. Well, I got to ask Alyssa a question, and I was so happy.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's true. What was the question? What was the question again?
I asked about what it's like to go on a show as a bilingual person and the struggles or like advantages. Like, what was it like? Because I was like, I feel like I feel that when I'm in Japan, where it's like I speak both, but one is stronger than the other. But I love this look.
It's an 8.
Yeah. And just talking, it was nice to hear her talk about at the table with Ruth how she feels so much more comfortable speaking in English. It was nice to hear her say that, because I think in her first season you could see there was trepidation, but now she just says what she thinks, and if it doesn't come out right, she doesn't care, and she's comfortable with that, which I think is really
important. You are the bitch.
Yeah, that is such a iconic. And she said that so unprompted. Like, they were arguing about something. And then they were like, at that point, like it had already gone into like it had already calmed down, if I remember correctly. And then she just was, Daya, you are the bitch. And I excited to see more of Alyssa. Like,
yeah, me too. Because she got eliminated very early, didn't she? She was like second out or
she was
something.
eliminated
Yeah.
second.
And her looks online are always fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Next up, and the final queen, not last but not the least, we have Daya Betty. So what do you think, Minnie?
I'll give this a nibble because I've seen it. And the only reason I say that because I've seen her look better, and that I'm going by her drag, her drag standard. Like I think it's good, but I don't think it's her best look because she does some really amazing stuff.
Yeah. I love it. It's like another case of me being biased. I'm so sorry, but I just love.
Are you a stan? Are you?
I love Daya, and even
Yeah, me too.
original season, because season 14 Queens, I feel a lot like close to like season 14, and then right up after like Down Under 2, because that's when I started making TikTok videos, like right at that.
Okay, yeah,
time.
gotcha.
So a lot of the queens, like they really were great. Like the response I got was so. Daya was one of them who, I didn't even realize like at DragCon, she was about to go perform, and I was just eating my hot dog, and I was just sitting on the floor eating my hot dog, and then I see like a tap on my back, and I'm like, oh my god, who is it? And I look up, and this 7 foot tall, because she really big.
She's
I
gorgeous.
look up, and she's like standing over me, and she's like, I love you, you know that? And I got up, and I was so nervous, and like we hugged, and I took a photo. She's just so nice. I love her, and it's an 8. I love her aesthetic. So yeah.
Yeah, me too, me too. Oh, that's so nice. I love it.
I'm gonna give this an 8 too. It reminds me of middle school when there were the girls who had the colored dyed hair and they had the high top Converse, like the Kool-Aid hair dye and neon like 2010s aesthetic, and it's nostalgic, I guess.
Yeah.
And I love the front pieces. I like how they're of dark pink, and then the back is
I do.
pink. Yeah,
there's a lot about this I do love. I just wish she had hips in it to give her a bit more shape. I don't know, but maybe that's not her thing. Do you know what I mean? Because she's so tall and so long. Imagine that with a bit of shape. Do you know what I mean?
Because if I remember correctly, she does pad. So I don't know if that why she didn't do it. Because or maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no. But she's very like supermodel statuesque. Like, sorry about that. She's very supermodel statuesque. And her aesthetic is like incredible. Like I feel bad giving her a nibble, but it's just compared to her. I'm comparing to her drag, but it is just an entrance look. It's not meant to be like a runway.
right.
So with the entrances out of the way, we find out that the first challenge is going to be a sewing challenge, and it's going to be a Wicked themed challenge. The queens will be divided into pairs. And one queen is going to do Elphaba, one queen is going to do Glinda, like Good Witch and the Wicked Witch. So, Minnie, which one would you have liked to do, Wicked or Good Witch?
Well, I would like to do the Good Witch.
Yeah.
Because I'm nice on the outside, but evil on the inside.
Hey!
I love that.
Which witch would you want to be?
I would want to be Wicked. I think there's
because you're just evil inside and out.
Amanda, you want to do Good Witch?
I think I would have to do Good Witch. I don't think I can pull off Bad Witch, although I feel like I do have a quite evil, slightly chaotic side of me. I would have to go with Good Witch.
That's the thing about us, Amanda. It's like we have this demeanor of looking so sweet and innocent on the outside, but then you come for us and then you know what's really happening.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm a Scorpio.
I'm a Gemini, 2 faces.
I will never forget, Amanda, when we were doing season 17 recap. And I think it was Corey King who had like one of the runways. And she said Corey looked like one of those, what did you say, Amanda? Like one of the...
I love Corey King. Disclaimer, I am a huge fan, especially at the YouTube and the social media presence. I said that she looked like one of the staff members, like a bartender at play, was backstage, and the queens like kind of like gave them, each person gave them like little pieces to like put drag on. Like, we borrowed a bunch of different outfits from here and there, like the wig and things.
It's like going to a drag box at like a party and you pull out and you put anything on.
Yeah.
Her runway choices were definitely choices on that season from memory. Like, I was like, ooh.
It was bad.
She said that in such a like smile too, and I was like, "Dang, that's just me."
So, well, is it me? The question, I think we've come into a time where you're not allowed to have opinions on anything without being mean. You can't like everything.
That's true. That is true.
It's like,
like we're going to talk about Ginger's look in a bit.
Oh, okay. Oh,
but we
that's
find
all I
out
gotta
that we find out that the pairs are Ginger Minj and Daya Betty, Alyssa Hunter and Cuckoo, and then Denali and Acid Betty. So, Minnie, if you were in this bracket, who would you want to pick? Like, who would you think would be the best for you?
Who would have I would have picked? I probably would have wanted to go with either Acid Betty or Daya Betty.
Yeah,
they would have been much, because I know they can sew and I can't really sew, so I'd get them to help me.
Yeah,
so that would be my strategic move.
That would be good, because your aesthetic with their aesthetic would have been a good witch.
And also, too, just a quick question: what's your thoughts of them? Because we know it didn't work in All Stars 1, putting them in pairs. Why they would do that to them? What's your thoughts on that? I thought that was a bit rough, having to do pairs.
That was very like, I think my theory is that there are queens in this bracket, Ginger, who cannot sew. So adding them being in pairs, I don't know, makes it easier, maybe, perhaps.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I must admit, I would be grateful if I was in a pair with someone that sewed in this challenge. I would definitely be grateful. That's actually a very good point, actually.
And then they added the storytelling aspect, which the queens have to create a character and then tell a story about how they fell out. So, Minnie, for you, it would be you and Pomara in your season.
She's my best friend now. I love her. I've got not a bad word to say about her at the moment.
At the moment. So you're happy. You're happy now that she gets paid to do drag.
Well, no, I didn't say that. Don't put words into my mouth. Would I kill her now? Probably I would. No,
okay. So our guest judge this episode were Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. And Minnie, are you a Wicked fan? Did you watch?
Can I just? I would have died if they walked into the room.
Yeah,
like their reaction, I probably would have been just as gay, because it's very homosexual, and they're so tiny. They're so little.
Yeah,
because Cynthia Erivo looks like she's quite tall, but she's tiny, so little.
Yeah. And you could tell, like, both of them just love drag and like the show so much. It was just, the energy was so good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, and even, I know I'm jumping here, even when it was the Ru's song was playing at one point when they were on the panel.
Yes,
Cynthia
they knew the words to ASMR Lover. I was shook.
Yeah,
that made me so happy.
Me too. It just proved they're just not allies. They're actually real fans. Yeah. And I love that. And you know what it is? Because they love fashion. Like, look at Cynthia Erivo at the Tony Awards. There were a lot of her outfits would have been on the runway and Drag Race. Like that Annie dress she wore with the red with the collar, the white collar. Did you see that? Oh, that's so drag, so fabulous.
What do you guys think of this look? Because do you like? I think it's cute. They could have done more Elphaba and Glinda, but I like this.
Yeah, I like it too. And they were sitting behind a desk.
That's true. So
you know what I mean. And Cynthia's, the way it comes up there under sitting behind the desk was fabulous. Yeah. So great.
It's so weird seeing Ariana Grande not in pink. Like, I'm looking at the soap and I'm like, it feels wrong, but it's beautiful. And I know it was probably filmed before she got her deal with Swarovski, but could you imagine if she had like something like a collab with Swarovski for her dress? It would have been so shiny and beautiful.
That's true.
But this is still really cute. It reminds me like
What do
Cinderella
you-
almost.
Yeah, it is actually. It's really adorable. They look adorable.
And then Ginger was crying that she
I
met.
know.
It was very sweet.
I probably would have cried as well, actually, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because there's something about the connection with the Wizard of Oz and that whole thing of growing up with it. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's fabulous. Have you seen, actually, speaking about Wicked, have you seen the guy on TikTok that does all the extras? And he
No.
impersonates them. Oh my God, you can't watch Wicked the same way once you watch his TikToks. He does like the people fanning with the grass and stuff like this.
Oh my gosh.
I'll find it, I'll send it to you.
Okay,
It's so
Please,
I want
we
to
have to
see
see
it.
this.
yeah, but you won't watch Wicked the same after you watch it though, because it's like it sort
Oh
of
my
ruins the
God.
movie. It's quite funny though. It's really funny.
So next, the RuPaul. I just want to talk about RuPaul's look. That's why I put it here, because her looks this season have been great.
Yep, this is exceptional. I love the dress.
And in the last, like, I think last year, her looks weren't that great. It was actually really bad. So I'm glad that now, All Stars 10, she looks great every episode. So I just wanted to point that out. And I hate the hair that starts from here. She needs to change it up. But other
Yeah,
than
but
that,
what she does, is it because she's bald they don't know where her hairline's meant to be? Do you think that's what it is? I don't know, it's really weird.
It starts here. And it's the same wig in like different colors. This one was pink, I think, a little bit. Or maybe it's the stage.
Yeah.
Wig, but
Oh yeah, maybe.
I'm
Yeah,
so-
it looked like it was white on the telly, but it looks pink there.
yeah. I'm just
And
so
her
tired
makeup.
of
Beautiful.
makeup is great.
The
But
whistle is
I'm just so
beautiful.
tired of the same hair because like if you look at season 7, right? Like every look was a different hair. Like it worked with the look. Like Matthew Anderson was just, I think, like whoever was their hair department, makeup department.
Yeah, I think Matthew used to do all the wig styling.
Wow.
I think
So
Matthew,
see-
he would design the dress, but I think he would style the wigs. I don't think he made the dresses, but I think he designed the dresses, and I think he styled the wigs. That's why they were so structural.
Yeah, because it worked, and so now it's just like the same wig, and I don't love that. But Mama Ruth, like face wise and the dress wise, like 10 out of 10.
And it's almost, you know, because I thought the same thing as well, but it also gets to the point, how many hairstyles can you do?
That's true.
Like, after all these so many episodes, like you're going to run out of ideas. It's like inevitable. But now it's becoming a bit like it's the same, almost the same hairstyle. Isn't it?
And I just wish that it would work with the outfits, because if you do a different hair that works with the outfit, you know, it doesn't matter. But I don't think this hair looks well with that outfit. I feel like
it's just almost like a generic wig.
Yeah. But moving on, we have gone to the runway, which is the Wicked category. So the queens, their pairs, our first pair is Daya Betty and Ginger Minj. Let's start with Ginger Minj first. Minnie, what do you think? And let's talk about the story too, by the way, overall. But
the stories were so dumb. I was like, did you think the stories were dumb, or was it just me? I was like, I'm not finding any of this funny.
Yeah.
I was more confused. I was complexed. I was like, you're really grabbing at straws here.
Like, well, let's talk about the story at the end, maybe like all three of them, because
okay, like, let's do that.
Let's talk about the looks first, and then. So, what do you think of Ginger's look?
That's what I think. I was shocked day one for her in that dress. I thought it was ugly.
It's too.
Definitely. Well, was that horrible? Was that harsh? I just didn't like it at all. I thought the fabric choice was it just looked like pedestrian to me. Like it's like there was nothing like. Yeah, it's definitely a regurgitate. I was shocked she was in the top, to be honest.
I definitely think Daya carried her to that win, because we're going to talk about Daya in detail in a bit, but like this look, we know Ginger is not a sewer, and it's not the best. Yeah, I don't like it.
But it's even like the neckline of Ginger's dress, like it should be like the strap should be thinner and give her a bit more of a cleavage. So she
Yeah.
looks. It just looks like a block of color. Like there's no.
I
You can't
agree.
even see a shape or anything. It's just not very nice. Not flattering.
I agree. It if she had even done exactly what she did in the entrance line, like the same silhouette, I would have been fine with
Mm.
it. But I don't know if I like what is the fabric that's coming up to her hand. It's like a flamenco dancer. I think that's what, right? That's the kind of
Yes, yes, it looks very there like that.
it's
It
just,
actually looks like, I don't know, it looks like she's grabbed the curtain off the wall and she's just added on to the bottom of the dress, like a little kid, you know what I mean? I've got a train. Is that hard? Daya Betty looks amazing, though, in saying that.
oh
She
yeah,
looks fabulous. And I
I
agree
agree.
with you. She carried. This is why I thought it was tough that they were judged in pairs, because her look, that's like a 10 to a 2.
Yeah, I agree. As for like, I also don't think that the color. You know what? Let's talk both of them at the same time because it's hard to like not talk about both of them.
Okay, we'll just keep changing it as we go.
I know, but it's just like so. Minnie,
Yeah,
tell me what you
sorry.
think of Daya too. Tell me a little bit about what you thought of Daya. You thought Daya was fabulous.
Yeah, it gave me very Maleficent kind of vibes, but
Yes.
her own interpretation of that. And she just looked like a supermodel. Like
Yeah.
it's the way she walks, the way she moves, the way she sells a garment also helps that she looked like, it looked something like off a runway. It was fabulous. Just loved it. And it was like great storytelling in a garment. It was really good.
It's an 8.
Yeah, definitely an 8. Definitely an 8.
I agree. I thought Daya looked so good. Like RuPaul said, it's like Grace Jones, and I think like, you can tell that's the reference. She carried Ginger to the win, and I also think that both of their looks, the colors are the same.
Yes.
You know, like it's like a little different in shades, but it doesn't pop out. Like right now, you could tell Daya is the evil queen, obviously. But I wish that there was something different in the colors as well, because it's like the same, kind of. But yeah, I think Daya is an 8, and then Ginger is a regurgitate, unfortunately.
And Ginger's to me doesn't look like water. Like she looks like Daya does. She does look like she comes from wind, but there's so much wrong about that outfit. I
guess
hated it.
She was thinking like a fish, but it's like, girl. You know, like I think that was her thinking, like fish. But if she had just done like a fish, what's it called, fishtail gown, without like the extra stuff, it would have been really good, like a tight. I don't know, but it just
much better, and it needed to be a lighter blue, so it looks like it's a bit more good. It still looks like on the dark side.
I agree. Maybe that's just the fabric they got, but still, they could have like added a little bit of like
that's true.
Lightness to it that makes it look more
needed,
like not
needed something. Something. It actually needed a lot.
What do you think, Amanda?
Well, I really, really liked Daya's look. I would give that an 8. It's giving Maleficent. Maleficent, the bad witch, and then we have Betty White, the good witch, with that hair. I don't know if that's harsh.
No, love Betty White. How can you? There's nothing wrong with being Betty White.
You know, love Betty White.
That's true. Betty White is looking down at us, and she's turning. She's like, "No, you did not just compare this to me."
Unfortunately, I'll have to give it a regurgitate, but you know, it's just not good. It's not good for what this is.
Like I saw like Ginger getting hate, and I don't condone that. Like I think I love Ginger.
No.
So
me neither. Like, she's so talented. We can dislike a look without disliking the person.
Exactly.
So totally.
Last night I was like, you know what? When we do the pod tomorrow, I'm gonna be so nice. I'm just gonna like give her an 8 every look. But now I'm looking at the photo and I'm like, I can't lie. I genuinely cannot lie. Like, it's not great. Oh.
If you ate that, that'd be like eating a beef Wellington mushrooms. Have you heard about the beef Wellington case here in Australia? The lady that
what happened?
When she
killed, so there was this. So getting off topic here. There's a lady. The trial's on at the moment. Her name is Erin Patterson. she had a dinner for her in-laws because she was separated
Yeah.
from her husband. She had
Oh,
yes, and she fed them death camp mushrooms, and 3 of
Yeah.
them died.
yes,
It's crazy.
Yes. So
that is crazy.
yeah. So I don't know why I brought that up, but oh, 8 because if you ate
Yeah.
that dress,
Yeah.
you death camp mushrooms. That's what.
Moving on, we have Acid Betty and Denali. Minnie, what do you think of these looks?
I thought they were fabulous, actually.
Mhm.
The only thing that I felt for the two is that Alyssa and
Cuckoo.
can't think of the other one.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo. What's her
Yeah.
name? Cynthia.
Cynthia.
They looked. Their looks were very similar.
Mhm.
That was the only thing I thought was, but that's not their fault. But I thought both their looks were fabulous. I loved it.
Yeah.
Thought she looked so glamorous, gorgeous, and loved Daya Betty. Just perfect. Just loved it. I thought they probably should have won, to be honest. Oh, actually, no. I actually think Alyssa and Cynthia should have won, actually. But, both 8 for me. Fabulous. Loved it. Loved the structural thing here. Great.
So good. I agree too. I think this one is much more like clearer that it's supposed to be fire and ice.
Yes,
Like I think
agreed.
this is, you can tell like right from looking at assets. Law Roach kind of brought up like, oh, your draping, it just looks like you like safety pinned drape, and I'm like, okay, you see a
That pissed
problem
me
with
off.
same, and it's like you see a problem with Acid's drape, and you don't see a problem with Ginger's look because 2 seconds ago you were complimenting it like, oh, this is the best you look, this is this and that, and I'm like, okay, who paid you? Like,
And also, too, what does it matter if the draping has been pinned?
yeah, it's a construction challenge. It looks good.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like if she used safety pin, if she used glue gun, if she
A
used whatever.
stapler.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
exactly.
It's how. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. There, I was so complex. I was like, the drapery looks fabulous. I don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, and also this might be the most like feminine that Acid has looked in terms of like her silhouette and
Yeah, agreed. Yes.
and
But also,
the hair is still like Acid touch.
but you know what it is? They complement each other, though. That's the thing.
True.
It's almost like she's gone into a bit of her aesthetic. Dyes. Oh, what's I forgetting everyone's name? Denali's. It's like she's taken on a bit of Denali's aesthetic. Do you know what I mean? It's really clever. It's like very well done for both of them. It's great.
And then Denali is like simple but so beautiful. 8 for me. What do you think, Amanda?
I really, really loved Acid Betty's look. I thought it was the best of the night. I personally, I think that's my devour of the night. And
wow.
Okay. It was really good.
I just, the safety pin comment really got to me. I was like, I feel like Acid Betty did the most out of all these girls. And then we're gonna like go for this one specific detail that like literally only Law and I think people who are literally doing designing for like every single day is gonna notice. Like, just a fashion lover is not gonna tell that was a safety pin, and it's still doing the most. So I really like.
Do you know what I would have loved? Is she said that's not a safety pin. I tacked that. Don't you remember she said that? It's not a safety pin. I tacked that.
Yes. Oh my god.
Sorry, continue, Amanda.
No, you're good. And Denali's from the TV, like when I watched it the first time, I really liked it. I think I'll still give it an 8. However, when they did make the comment about like being able to see the green through of the pads through the look, I have to like you can't really see it on this picture, but
you can't.
I can see at least the outline of it though, and I think that is just like a padding issue. Period. Like you got to like add some more layers of stocking or tights.
Yeah.
To that, or else it's because you can kind of see the shape popping out. So it's like, okay, I can see how that would happen with the fabric underneath on top of it.
And you know what? She probably didn't realize that also too, because she probably couldn't tell in the light in the room, and it's probably under those stage lights. It's one of those things you probably wouldn't have known until it happened.
That's true.
To her defense,
I blame the stage.
Yeah, let's blame everything on the stage.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we have Cynthia Lee Fontaine and Alyssa Hunter. Minnie, what do you think?
Do you know what I loved about this? It was like a panto. Do you know what a panto is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But
yeah, because I thought it was very childlike and whimsical, and I thought it was very clear it was a good and bad, like
Yeah.
super clear. There was no guessing. I thought it was. I loved both their looks. I thought they were fabulous. I did the only thing I thought was a bit bad was the cardboard star at the end. I thought, oh, that's a bit.
that looks a little sad.
Yeah, it looked a little sad, but overall, I loved it. As a look, both eight.
And I agree with you. I don't know if this is controversial, but these two might be my favorite looks of the night.
Yeah,
And
mine
like
too.
overall, like together, like my
As a
like,
pair, as definitely as a pair.
yeah, it just works so well. And Cynthia looked so beautiful,
So
like
beautiful.
in the face. Yeah, this was an 8 through and through, both of them.
Just want to say one thing. Where did she get that light blue fabric from? Ginger?
Oh,
Just saying. Just saying.
You took the words out of my mouth. Because I was
Were you thinking the same thing?
I
Yeah,
was
wow.
like, this is how Ginger like thought it was gonna look in her head. You know,
Mm.
like this is how you do it.
And even though it's not meant to, but that looks more like water to me than Ginger's.
Yeah.
does. To
Yeah.
their story, what
I
the story
agree.
they were telling. Just didn't marry. That's what I was confused about as well.
So Amanda is an 8.
It's definitely Nate. It's so cute. Although the money gun was just a little random.
She just brought
I
that. She
know.
was like, you know what? Let me
She did it just
reference
to do
this.
it.
She's referencing trade and money guns.
That's the only thing that she has. Honestly, 2 episodes. That's the only thing that she had.
But her outfit, her silhouette is so fabulous. Like, look at that
Yes.
silhouette. It's fabulous. So
It's
great.
beautiful.
I love how like she brought the money gun, but she didn't use it.
Well,
Like
she
money
probably
didn't.
thought she probably thought she was going to lose if she did.
That's true.
And she did. And she did.
It would, like I was like, okay, are you gonna hit it? Are you gonna hit it? And she just didn't. Nothing came out, and I was like, oh.
So funny. So funny.
Wait, I said 8. I'm glad that we all agree that this was an 8. So
yeah,
Yes.
it's really good.
let's talk a little bit about stories, because I guess the story was also a big part of the challenge.
Mm.
What do you think of Ginger and Daya's? Because it's. But what do you think of the story?
I think the story's fine, but I don't think their looks married to the story that they were telling. That's what I found confusing.
Agreed.
Also, I was a bit confused because they said, do the good witch and the wicked witch and tell us how they fell out, right? So I was thinking that, okay, we're just gonna talk about how the 2 witches started fighting, and I think theirs had that, like the witches started fighting, but the other 2 story had like more, like they become friends.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
oh, we understand each other, and then we're gonna hold our hands. So I was kind of confused as to like, is that what they wanted, or is what Daya and Ginger did what they wanted?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
So
I was just super confused. I was like listening to the stories and going, what is going on? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
That might be me. That could be me. That might not be
No,
me.
it was a bit confusing. Also, like, because there's only 3 episodes per bracket, they're making sure that the queens do the work. It's not just
Yeah,
a
that's
roast
true.
challenge. It's going to be a rapping roast. It's not
Yes,
makeover. It's
that's
going to be a
true.
singing, dancing challenge. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
they're making them work. Amanda, what do you think?
True.
This story wasn't the worst of the 3, but it wasn't the best. It was right there in the middle. It made sense, so I have to give them props for that. But I feel like it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah,
I think there was a clear story winner for me, and this one wasn't it. So I was again a little more surprising to me that they won this bracket or this challenge.
Yeah,
it was surprising.
I expected it to be more funny because Ginger, but I don't think I laughed that much. Well, that was said.
Yeah. But I didn't actually laugh at any of them.
Same, honestly. I only laughed once, and we're going to talk about what that was. But
okay,
yeah, I agree. What do you think of Acid and Denali's story, the iced coffee?
I can't remember. I was just confused. But what was this? Can you remind me of this story again? Do you remember?
So they were like they hate each other, but then Denali is ice and Acid is fire, and then they roast coffee beans and they make iced coffee at the end. Like the fire
Okay.
roasts the coffee beans and then ice cools it down.
Okay, it's not the best story I've ever heard.
I don't even know why they thought of that. Like,
Well, it's
why?
Acid Betty. I think Acid Betty is such a kook. Like she's always thinking. She thinks that's why I like Acid Betty. She thinks outside the box at least. At least she's taking a risk, and it's better to take a risk and fail, and than to take no risk at all and be boring. At least the iced coffee. I do remember that now that you say it. Like. At least we remembered something out of the story.
That's true. Amanda, what do you think?
And this is my favorite story. I think that it was, yeah. I remembered it the most, and I feel like it made the most sense, like listening to it and watching them walk down the runway at the same time. Like,
yeah, that's
like the
true.
initial like view, like your first take. I was like, yeah, this makes sense, and like it added a little bit of humor to it. That like, and like iced coffee is so gay, like so it worked out. I feel like. Yeah, I thought that was gonna like seal the deal for them. Really, I really thought that they were the winners.
Yeah. And last but not the least, we have Cuckoo and Alyssa. Their story about aunties and the slutty niece. What do you think, Minnie?
Yeah, it was cute. I thought it was cute.
Yeah.
I did. There's something about them, these two. They just make me smile. So it's almost like every time they speak, there's nothing about. They can be say trade 20 million times, and I'll still laugh. Do you know what I mean? I just find them. They're really endearing. Is that? But I don't know if that's their personalities or their talent.
I agree. They're very, very endearing, and also I think I laughed. The one big laugh that I got was when she brought out the chanclas, the shoes, like the slippers.
Yes,
it was so funny. And then she was like, "I'm gonna slam on the cucarachas," and then I just loved how charming it was. I don't know if they landed the end a little bit that well, because yes, I like that they talked about like Puerto Rico pride and thing, but the stars just looked. I don't know. The stars just looked like crafty, and I was like, okay, maybe like they could have just brought a flag out. Would have been much.
Yeah, it did look like it did look like the end of year school primary concert.
Yeah,
It, when coming out with those stars.
Yeah, I liked them, and I liked the like way they spoke when they read their stories. It gave a lot of like they added a lot of theatrics to it in their storytelling. I think it sidetracked a lot sometimes, and sometimes it was good. Like the chancla was so good, like, and I loved especially that like they stoned the sandal. I was like, that's perfect. But like I don't know, like the money gun felt off track and like not like as much of an impact. I don't know. It didn't mix together as perfectly as I would have hoped from these two, but I still love them and I think they did great.
Yeah, and I think everything you just said was real valid, actually. There and it makes perfect sense. Like it was a bit disjointed. You're exactly right.
So we find out that the top two this week is Daya Betty and Ginger Minj. Do you agree?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
No. The thing is, like, they judged it in groups, which I get it, but I would have like if they had judged it individually, Daya 100%. Like,
agreed. Yes, agreed.
But as a group, I don't know if Daya and Ginger would be my pick.
And that's the thing. If you were to pick two looks, who would have been two top looks?
Oh, that's tough. But I would have picked.
It's tough, isn't it? It's tough to snooze it.
I might have picked Acid and Alyssa with Daya, maybe my third.
Same.
I'm the same, exactly the same. Isn't that true? Yeah, it's exactly the same. Because Alyssa's did look at it slightly a bit cardboardy, but I still didn't mind that as well. It's just Acid looks more refined compared to Alyssa's. But Alyssa's silhouette I loved more. She had the best silhouette, I think, out of all of them. But Daya, all those three looks were my favorite.
Yeah, like each group had like one standout, like clear standout, I feel like. So as a group, who would you guys pick though? Like if we're judging by groups, you don't agree with Daya and Ginger, but who do you pick?
I would have picked Alyssa and Cynthia.
Yeah, same. I think I would have picked Alyssa and Cynthia too.
Yeah, I think so. If we're judging as a group.
Really? Because you said you liked Denali and
I think
Acid
you're being called out here, Amanda. I think you're being
called out. I think, well, it's like, I guess it depends how they're judging it, which they did not judge it the same across the board, as you can tell. If we're putting a bigger emphasis on the outfits, then I think, or the looks, then I think it was Alyssa and Cynthia's to win. But if we're putting the story into account, Acid and Denali, because I think that one it had the best flow to it. But like looks wise, I think that Denali's look kind of fell short to me compared to Acid's, and just like those final touches, and I like and those notes that the judges did give.
Yeah.
And those notes actually were valid there. So I have because sometimes the safety pin was not valid, but the padding was definitely valid.
Yeah. And I think, I guess, to address the elephant in the room / the entire internet, people are saying like this was rigged for Ginger, da 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 da. Let's say it was, like, theoretically, they did want to push Ginger to win this challenge with Daya. Like, I don't think it was necessary for them to do that, because you see the upcoming challenge, it's like comedy / like acting challenge, whatever the next thing is going to be, as long as it's not sewing, Ginger can easily win that with like no push.
That's
true. And I feel like it just, when they do something where it makes the audience think that like Ginger didn't deserve a win, it just like damages like a front runner. Like they'll give them extra wins they don't need, which like damages their, I don't know, the public perception.
It tarnishes the wing.
It's like Ginger can absolutely win this entire thing. She's so strong. We don't need to like give her extra wins.
So true.
That's
so
true. Also, it's just interesting to me, at least in the first episode of the bracket, right? It's interesting if someone we don't expect is gonna do great wins. Like the reason why Irene winning the first episode that she ever competed after getting eliminated was like so big, because we don't expect Irene because she was first out. But here, I think in this case, giving Alyssa and Cuckoo this win would have also been like, oh wow, okay, now it's really, the competition is like really strong.
The competition's really starting to heat up.
Heat it up, exactly.
And has Cynthia ever won any challenges? I just can't remember.
No, I don't think she's won.
No, I don't think she's just like a fan favorite, isn't she?
Yeah.
I just realized she came back for season 9. I forgot she didn't do All Stars, because I knew she'd been on before. I just realized that when they said her quotes. Yeah. But I have to say, what did you think of the lip sync?
Oh, we're going to talk about it now. What do you think, Minnie? You tell us.
I thought Ginger was fantastic in the lip sync. She deserved to win the lip sync for sure. By far, she just had that. Her eyes were open. Isn't it interesting seeing someone mime with their eyes closed? How you disconnect with someone miming with their eyes open. That was as much as Daya Betty was feeling feelings. Yeah, it's very different, because you don't get to look inside someone's soul. It's really interesting. Ginger was amazing. She was fabulous.
Yeah. When I watched it the first time, I was like, Daya won that. But I recently watched it. I rewatched like twice, and I agree with you. I think Ginger really did it great. But also, if you look back at the lip sync, they showed Ginger more.
Yeah. Did you think? I thought they showed Daya more. Isn't that interesting?
Really?
No,
I agree with you, Nira. I feel like it was like 70%, 75% maybe of Ginger. So it was hard to see what Daya was even doing.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but I do like that Ginger stayed, like, mostly stayed in one place because this song, right, really needs that
Oh
thing.
yeah, you need to be grounded
Yeah. So
and take
Daya
that
did,
message back from me.
yeah.
Ah. And also,
And
this
that,
picture makes it look like she's not wearing any shoes.
oh my God,
Yeah,
that's true.
it's so true.
Wait, maybe she didn't.
And did you change for the lip sync,
Yes, I
Di?
think she did.
Oh, it looks like
Both of
it
them.
almost
Daya
looks like
didn't.
it. Di didn't. That's the outfit you wore, isn't it? In the
Yeah.
runway, isn't it? Yeah. I was going to say, Di.
Yeah.
I think that also helped Ginger because Ginger wearing like a not alphaba dress, but like at least feels a little more Broadway.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
And she's a Broadway performer. Like, have you seen
That's
Ginger
true.
sing? Yeah, she's very theatrical.
Yeah.
Like
She's
it's
great.
right. So it was sort of right up her alley, really.
Mm-hmm.
Also listening to because this one was the Idina Menzel version.
Yes.
Right? The song. Unpopular opinion, sorry theater kids, please don't kill me, but Cynthia Riva's version is so much better.
Oh, it is. No, hands down. I think it's so much better.
I think they're both fabulous in their own way.
Okay,
Is
Miss
that being
Congeniality.
Well,
Miss Congeniality.
First time for everything.
Yeah, no, I'm working on that.
For me,
if I come
like
back to-
Idina Menzel's Defying Gravity, it's really beautiful, and it was the OG, and I respect it in that sense. But I cry every time I hear the Cynthia version.
It's
There's something
so-
more
Yeah,
powerful
no, it's
about
really
that,
good.
you know?
No, it's really
Like-
good.
Oh my God, I kind of want to watch Wicked again.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Watch it. I won't send you the TikToks until you watch.
Oh, yeah,
I hope I can
Yes.
find it. Because it was ages ago I saw it. I hope if you type in Wicked, maybe
Background?
Wicked extras, because he
Okay.
does all the extras.
Yeah.
Man, he's so
Love
funny.
that.
It's so funny.
I'm gonna look it up.
Cynthia Erivo in the scene where they go to the ball is one of the best acting
Oh
things
my
I've seen.
god, yes.
I bawled my eyes. So beautiful. Just the
beautiful.
tear. Oh, I was just like, because isn't it funny? I've seen Wicked on stage twice, and I've never felt anything watching, because I love the music, but I've never felt anything watching the show. But when I saw the movie, I was like, okay, this is what it's meant to be. I feel
Same.
everything is. You're the same. Oh, that's
Mhm.
interesting.
So beautiful. I haven't seen the stage one, so I can't say, but the movie really did it me.
Like the stage scene for that, it's more comedic. Like she kind of goes out there and is like, and like does her dance, and it's not as like it is still kind of like supposed to be a good like changing scene where Glinda realizes like, you know, the hurt that she's done to like Elphaba, but this was way more impactful.
Yeah, agreed.
Also,
and I think it's having all those close-ups, having all those close-ups.
Yeah.
just helps a lot.
Also, unpopular opinion, the hat wasn't even that ugly.
They
were laughing.
It's actually not that ugly. I agreed. It's actually really beautiful.
Yeah, the people up from Oz were just bored. Like, they were laughing like they've never laughed before. They were laughing like RuPaul. It was just like, okay, calm down. Like, the hat wasn't that ugly.
Why do you think they didn't use Cynthia Erivo's version of Wicked?
Oh,
it hadn't come out yet.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
So
right.
I assume because the filming was so long ago.
You know what's funny though?
That
Because
makes
they
sense.
had the hindsight of acting like Wicked Part 1 has already come out. Because if they did film it before Wicked came out, right? So in the episode, they were acting like, oh, Wicked Part 1 and then Wicked for Good. Like, obviously they dubbed Wicked for Good, but still, like, they were talking as if Part 1 has already come out.
Yeah,
which at that
that's
time
so
of filming hadn't. So why not just have them lip sync to the Cynthia one? Because you know it's not going to come out until next year.
But maybe it wasn't mixed and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it could be like a technical thing.
A lot of times, like this is random, but Pitch Perfect, like the movie series, they usually work.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's so good. The recording companies, they work with recording companies to use songs that hadn't come out yet. So when the movie would come out, the songs would be current.
Oh,
like,
right. Okay. Wow. I didn't know that.
So,
yeah, wow.
I don't know. Drag Race is like big enough two I've just used, but I don't mind it. I think they wanted that more classic feel with Idina and honoring the OG witches. But
Yeah.
so
And
Ginger
it
isn't.
was nice. It was nice seeing Ariana cry as well. It was quite
Yeah,
sweet.
that's
You could just
true.
know I suppose because her brother's gay as well. And what about her brother looking like her boyfriend though? That's so weird.
Oh yeah.
That's so
Yes!
weird. So
Wait,
weird.
oh my god, our Photoshop queen. What's her name? Oh my god, how am I forgetting?
Energy?
Ashley Madison.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god, Ashley
yeah.
Madison. She did like a thing where she edited.
Yeah, I know.
It
I
was
love
so
that
funny.
she's found her niche with doing all of that.
Right?
Actually. Yeah, I
I
know.
hope,
They talk
I hope now
like
she's getting
Willem
paid
and
for it.
yeah, well, I don't like anyone getting paid for drag. You know that.
So Ginger has 4 points now, and
Yes.
Daya has 3 points, and now the MVQ point is going to come like in the next episode. So out of this bracket, did you enjoy this bracket, this episode?
Do you know, to be perfectly honest, I thought it was one of the more wasn't the most entertaining out of all the brackets. Do you know? Because the first one and the second one, they were both so good, and this one just felt like it was an episode. Wasn't bad, but I just thought, it's just an episode. Nothing. There was no real drama. They were nice. It was nice having Cynthia, Ariana. That was nice, but they were just nice. And too much trade.
Oh my god! I forgot to say it, but I was actually enjoying Cuckoo and Alyssa's story, and then Alyssa said trade, and I was like, "This is the exact reason you're not going to win. This is the exact reason you're not going to win this challenge." I literally was smiling because the chunkless came, and then I was smiling at it, and then Alyssa goes trade, and my smile literally dropped. I went like.
That's so funny. I love that you've turned on her because she says trade.
It's so, oh my god, stop saying trade. Like, it's so, if it's episode 2, we gotta, Alyssa, come on, love you, girl, but.
You got another 2 episodes of trade.
Yeah.
Bring back eliminations.
But overall, I thought it was a good episode. Yeah, but the whole season overall, I'm enjoying a lot. I'm enjoying it much more than I thought.
Who do you think out of this bracket, the 3 queens, that's gonna go for it? Like, go.
Well, it's going to be Ginger for sure.
Yeah.
Who do I think is going to go far? I have no idea, to be honest.
Really?
Maybe.
Don't think Daya?
Maybe Daya. I think Ginger and Daya, and maybe Dahlia.
Dahlia?
Is that her name?
Denali?
Denali. Oh my god.
Denali.
That's okay.
So bad. That's who I think is going to be that's who I think.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Next week is the verse challenge, and Denali can write like a good verse. So yeah, I think so.
She's quite a good singer.
Though? Yeah,
she's quite a good singer too. Yeah.
So that's like who you think, but who do you like? Who would you like to? It doesn't matter, if they're doing well or not, but who would you like to see, the 3 queens?
I would love to see. Who would I like to see? Okay. Alyssa and Cynthia.
Yeah,
that's what I would
Cynthia
like to see, because I just like them. Yeah, I just like them as people, and that's no reason. There's difference between liking people as people and liking them for their talent. That's 2 separate things. Sometimes that's hard to separate.
Yeah. What about you, Amanda? Who would you like to see, and who do you think?
Who I would like to see would be Cynthia and Daya and Acid Betty. Who I think it's going to be is Ginger Minj, Daya Betty, and I think Acid Betty. I think that's.
Do you think it's going to be Acid Betty? It's weird because I sometimes feel with the OG ones that they get sort of a bit of a rough trot.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like of the more experienced queens, she's got a little more, like, I don't know. She's got a little more push to, like,
That's
She
true.
has the power to go further, you know.
But seriously, it's always such a joy to have you on. Like, it's always so much fun. So thank you
Yeah,
so
well,
much, Minnie.
whenever
Thank
you
you,
want me,
Minnie.
I'm always here because I've got nothing better to do.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Bombay can relate. Bombay also.
Oh,
has
really?
today.
Oh, really? Well, she obviously couldn't come today. I'm very offended she wasn't here. I was looking
You
forward to
should be.
meeting her.
Yeah, Bombay. Come on, Bombay. What the hell? Why
Yeah.
would you do that?
But on
Bombay's
that
really
note-
quite fun, isn't she?
Yes.
Our whole thing, like Bombay and me on the pod, is just reading each other. So you miss
Yeah.
that, because if Bombay was here, oh, it would
It's
have
a
gotten
war
nasty.
zone.
It really is.
The problem is I probably would have joined in and then you get to see my true colours.
Oh my gosh, yes.
As you should. That's always we love it. We get really
Yeah.
nasty. It's like,
Oh,
Yeah.
but it's funny with reading. I'm really good. If somebody comes to me, then I'm really good at it. I don't not necessarily go read someone out of prompt, but if they start, then I can play, and then it's not fun for them. What about when I read Aubrey? I did Arts and Owns kick-ons, and I did all my reads, and I posted them, and Aubrey Have goes, "Oh, where's the receipts?" Because her read was, I don't understand. Oh, what was it? My Aubrey Have read? Aubrey Have. I know we have a lot of raging bushfires down under, but I don't understand why your makeup's so ashy. She writes on the TikTok. She writes on the TikTok, "Where's the receipts?" I wanted to write back to your face.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, I'm trying to be congenial.
No,
Yes. Well, we're
Where's the
excited for your
receipt?
congenial era.
I'm working really hard on that, but it's really difficult for me. But I'm doing my best.
Well, thank you so much, Minnie, for being here again. And thank you all for listening. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
See you next time.